Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. The gates are open for Thingy Fest 2025. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have had an extremely busy week this week. I have fallen behind on all of my replays for streams, so we are going to bash them out all in 2 days. We had loads, but I can't find a couple of them. The mini trucks look like they're taking a hit on Thingy Fest. Unless someone gets them sharpish. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are opening Thingy Fest with the O.T.H Racing Collaborate, and they are racing in the Manufacturers' Cup Round V11. Round 7, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Manufacturers' Cup. They use the Group 3, the Group 4 cars. You must know by now it's round 7, for heaven's sakes. Why do I have to read the rules out? At the beginning of every race, it slows everything down. And I'd rather be arsing about and making mockery of everything instead of reading rules. It's boring. So 3 sprint races are going to be in this round. We are at Goodwood. At the Goodwood. That's what she said. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the Goodwood. That's what she said. Course. For round 7 of the Manufacturers' Cup, we're in the Group 4 cars. They are racing on the medium tyres. The top 6 of the championship had to qualify for race 1 on racing hard tyres. Then we have a double reverse grid as we move through the races. So race 1 is a grid set. Race 2 is reverse grid. And then race 3 is reverse grid again. Are we up to date? Good. Then we will move on. Now, I don't know if it's a good idea. Someone has offered to co-commentate with me here in the studio as it's Thingy Fest. We thought we'd get a musical guest. So I don't know if if he wants to. It's probably not a good idea. This is probably a very bad idea. But yeah, Elvis is here with us, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Thought he was dead, but he's been hiding in Kansas for the last 60 years or so. How you doing, Elvis?
Oh, thank you very much. I'm very good. Thank you.
Are you performing for us today?
Well, if you want me to sing a little ditty, I can. Here we go. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Now let me tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I really, really want. Zig. Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Elvis. That was very kind of you. What a treat. Right then, the championship table as it stands so far. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Amtrak at the top on 104 points. Ladies and gentlemen, Amtrak sitting at the top of the table, clear top, by 4 points ahead of Pigsy, who's on 100 points. Then we have Duffman in third on 70 points, but he has dropped a round to the guys ahead of him, so could be a little closer by the end of the championship. In fourth place, we have Matteo in fourth place, like I said, in the Alfa Romeo is what I was going to say, on 62 points. Buggy is in fifth on 61 points. Daniel Russo is 6th on 57 points. In 7th, we have John T on 46 points. 8th, we have Flinch on 45 points. Flinch could just jump ahead of Jonty today. I don't think Jonty, he's on his hollybob, so he's missing this round, and Flinch there could take his Ferrari ahead of the Widowmaker. In 9th, we have Medium GT on 43 points. A tight battle, one would say. In 10th, we have Upper Million on 42 points. In joint 11th, we have Kilroy and Roods on 41 points. Then we have Oban in 13th on 40 points. Orgasmic Cry on 14th on 28 points. Gaz in 15th on 22 points, and Filkoff is still qualifying at round 1. He's just making his way around. I think he's very close to the line. He's going to put a time in any day now. And in the chat then we've got the Rudes saying, are you ready for some heartbreak? Whoa, shh, Elvis, it's not time.
Oh, God bless my soul.
What's no, please wait until I let you. Rude is also saying happy Saturday, Thingy. Well, happy Saturday to you. It's ThingFest 2025. I forgot what year we're in. And Sean in the chat saying good morning, everyone. Thanks for doing this thingamajig. Hey, Hey, man, I get as much pleasure out of this than you guys do, trust me. Don't I, Elvis?
Well, God bless you, son. You do. I think you do.
Cheers. Okay, then, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at the grid for round 7. Let's see how they have qualified. Let's see if there is any upsets or surprises. Okay, then. Bracing ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, then. The grid is here. On pole position. Faster than anyone could go around the Goodwood, that's what she said, track. It's Roods, ladies and gentlemen. The Roodmeister has absolutely slapped. He has showed up, an American no less as well, you know. I'm surprised he even found his way around the track because there's a couple of right-handers. So, mostly left though, but there is one or two right, so he must have really had to dig deep for this one. But the Roods, ladies and gentlemen, sitting on pole. Now, he has mentioned heartbreak. He also had dismay in the Discord, so I'm feeling on the future horizon, things aren't going to pan out just as we would like. But for now, let us just enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment, Roods. Don't worry about the future. Enjoy the moment. And that ostrich is bloody haunting me.
Well, thank you very much. Okay, let's move on.
Cheers, Elvis. Right then, second place, it's the Alfa Romeo of Matteo. Remember, he is knocking on the doors, ladies and gentlemen, of this championship, but he cannot quite get that Alfa Romeo to take the checkered flag in a winning position. He may have won one, I'm not sure, but it has been a struggle. A struggling season. We have had an update since this race, so hopefully they have evened out the Alfa Romeo nerf that they did last update. But there we go. Matteo second on the grid. Third, then, ladies and gentlemen, is the Porsche of the championship leader, Amtrak. Amtrak looking absolutely solid here at Goodwood, qualifying on a set of hard tyres and still putting it up right there in the action. Then in fourth, we've got the Pigsy, ladies and gentlemen, the Pigsy fighting Amtrak for this championship. He would have also qualified on the hard tyres. He's there fourth on the grid, staring down a whole lot of Amtrak's backside. Fifth on the grid then, ladies and gentlemen, is the buggy in his Lexus, and he is looking to mess things up at the front. He is looking for wins, ladies and gentlemen. There's only one reason the buggy turns up, and that is to stand on the top step at the end of the race. In sixth place is Kilroy, ladies and gentlemen. A great qualifying from the Ferrari driver there, putting himself in sixth place and in line for a good shout at a podium. If things go amiss up ahead, Kilroy is poised there to pick up good points, ladies and gentlemen. Great points. In seventh, then, we have the Flinch. The Flinch doing very well in the championships, racking up those points. And he's there looking at the Ferrari of Kilroy. Kilroy and Flinch, are they close in the championship? They might be in a little bit of a battle. I know, is it Kilroy that's joint with someone? Let me have a look. I've got to open it all up again. We'll put my glasses on. This has really slowed down the grid walk, but I am interested where Flinch and Kilroy are in the championship. I should just leave it open. So Kilroy is joint 11th with Roods, so that's got to hurt that Roods is on pole. And Kilroy is he's 11th. Who's he with? Flinch. Flinch is up there in 8th on 45 points. Kilroy on 41 points. Very tight, yeah. So there is a battle there between the Flinch and Kilroy. Okie dokie, moving on. I've just put my phone on top of the bloody grid. He doesn't need any introduction. It's the Duffman, ladies and gentlemen, in the McShady. And he is looking wow, that was a tough qualifying for him. In 8th place, but they're all racing on the medium tyres. I'm sure he's going to have pace come them short straights. And he's going to absolutely go for the Ferraris ahead of him. Then in 9th place, in the Renault, and in the Renault, he must be getting used to qualifying quite badly because that car is a piece of Hey, Elvis, how's it going? And yes, so Oban dealing with things this season in the Renault. And in 10th place, then, ladies and gentlemen, the Honda of Daniel San is up for doing some high kicks and highly illegal crane kicks. So that's your grid. Only 10, ladies and gentlemen. We are in summer season. We are in the summer holidays. Get your holidays in before the kids get off school time. So, yeah, a lot of people having away days, weeks. So we will get this race underway. 3 15-minute races, ladies and gentlemen, to commence here. And the ceremony is just about to begin. Now, Rude's then heading towards the start-finish line to get this first 15-minute race underway. The Rude's ahead of Matteo in the Alfa Romeo, and Amtrak looks closer to Matteo. Then Matteo looks to Rude's. It's looking pretty simple for Rude's at the moment. No one giving him some hassle. So Rude's at the moment just fighting the Corvette around the corners as Matteo sets chase. And now Pigsy's closing in on Amtrak. Amtrak there. Wow, come on, cameraman. We got closer cameras than this. There we go. So Pigsy in the Ferrari closing in on the Amtrak. Matteo chasing down the Corvette at the front of the pack, and the Rude's pushing his Corvette a little bit into the corners, kicking up a bit of dust. Now he's doing a bit of mowing around the Goodwood. That's what she said. Oh, 3 wide, and then it's an old calamity there. The Rude's. I mean, I don't think it was a bad re-entry because I don't think he had anything to do with the car there, and he knocks Amtrak and Pigsy, the championship battle, all over the place. Pigsy goes and decides to park up near the barrier as everyone goes by, and Amtrak, I tell you, he didn't do too bad out of that. Amtrak did not do too badly out of that. Flinch now up into third with Oban in fourth. The Renault finally deciding to work as Duffman moves up into fifth. Daniel Russo is in sixth now as the Rude's down in seventh. Pigsy in eighth. Buggy had a terrible start. 3-second penalty, and Kilroy as well. Should we go back and look? Maybe we should, just to see what happened. Well, that's already happened. Is it overtaking? Oh, he's already off the road, ladies and gents. We've had to go back quite a way. So Kilroy goes for a move. No, he has a sniff and a whiff. The Lexus just goes wide and hits the barrier. That's all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. The 3-second penalty must be for some other reason. So the buggy making... Oh, Kilroy feels like it's him and has slowed down. I don't know. I didn't think Kilroy was that close to him. There's Pigsy making his way back on the road. We've already seen that incident. And the rest of the field rather happy with how this has washed out. So Buggy there in ninth. No penalties. Oh, and there's the penalty. Wow. That's a big one. And Kilroy, he looks like he doesn't want to overtake him. Feeling probably that it was his fault, but I don't know. I didn't see anything. He's not paying that penalty now, and now his car's not quite fixed. Kilroy's still hesitant to get past the buggy. Meanwhile, Matteo's taken the... Oh, yeah, Matteo obviously has taken the lead because we watched Rude's send it. Amtrak then in second, chasing down the Alfa Romeo, and this has worked out very nicely for the championship as Amtrak there sitting in second, and I imagine he's not too concerned about Matteo ahead. Flinch in third. A podium here would be absolutely astounding for the Flinchmeister, and he will take that any day of the week. Third place for now with the Oban chasing him down in fourth. Duffman in fifth. Duffman is looking racy, ladies and gentlemen. Duffman looks like he fancies a piece of that Renault ahead of him. Duffman then slinging McShady around here. Sean saying the Renault is just fine, a little slow in the straight, but a banger in the curves. Okay, and that's Hornblower saying that. Hope you are well, Hornblower. Hope you're feeling, I mean, you know, not well, but I hope you are. Hope all is good with you at the moment. So here goes the Duffman straight down the straight, burns the Renault into submission, and Oban then breaking into the corner, and Duffman up to fourth, chasing down the Flinch. Amtrak still hunting Alfa Romeo out there, but Matteo is holding the course, ladies and gentlemen. Matteo having an absolutely superb beginning there, seeing the Rudes disappear from his line of sight, and now the Alfa Romeo poised to take a win, a maiden win. Has he won one? I'm not sure, you know. I think that Alfa's been that poor this season. He's not even done it on the top step, but I may be wrong. Amtrak hunting him down with the Flinch in third. Duffman in 4th, Oban in 5th. Daniel Russo is in 6th place ahead of Pigsy, who is on a recovery drive. Have they got full damage on all the time? Yeah, because it looks like Buggy had to go in and fix his car, so it does look like they've got full damage on this, ladies and gentlemen. So poor old Pigsy does he carry that damage around, meaning he's not going to catch up with anyone ahead of him? The car is spluttering like a piece of Ferrari dirt, ladies and gentlemen. And the Rudes, pole sitter in 8th at the moment, probably not watching this race, probably going to avoid this one. Daniel Russo then closing in on the Renault. Everyone keeps telling me it's good, but the evidence says it's bad. Duffman closing in on the Flinch. The Flinch now has to pull it all out. We are not even 5 minutes into this race, and the Flinch is under pressure from Duffman. Duffman slinging it. Flinch loves his windscreen wiper. Didn't he have his windscreen wiper on last round? That's the Group 3 and the Group 4. He must just have it set to on. Must help with his balance. But at the moment, Duffman is really, really aiming to misbehave here. He wants that position. He wants that podium for his championship. And Sean saying, I'm good, thank you. Good. Roy in the chat saying, glad to see you in chat, Sean. And Rudy saying, nope, I'll take my medicine and support the Thingmeister. Oh, bless you. Thank you, my friend. So Duffman then closing in on the Flinch. The Flinch trying to keep this podium alive as Amtrak chasing down the Alpha, and he's getting extremely close to it now. Matteo, he's going to have to go defensive before the end of this race here at Goodwood. That's what she said. Amtrak on the hunt with the Flinch in 3rd. But for how long? With the Duffman driving with a belly full of fire, ladies and gentlemen. The Duffman is slinging McShady's. Oban in 5th, protecting it from the Honda of Danny LaRusso. Danny LaRusso, we have seen, has absolutely caned some of these races. He has got the edge, ladies and gentlemen, in the Pro Sim Racers toolbox. Danny LaRusso knows the edge and he can use it. So Danny slinging it around, trying to catch up with the Oban, but at the moment Oban is making sure that distance between himself and Danny LaRusso is holding fast. In fact, he's pulling away, isn't he? He looks further away now. And closing in on this battle with podiums. Podiums on mine now for the Oban. Is he closing in on this little battle as Duffman starting to try and race thin air? He's not close enough just yet, but he closes in very tight there. The Flinch is got a trailer of McShady's behind him and a world of pain coming his way. He is going to have to be so defensive, and there is the Duffman. He nearly went off the road to overtake there, ladies and gentlemen, as Flinch defended his position, and Duffman being very wary of Flinch, an aggressive defensive driver. He knows his rules. He knows the racing line is his, and he chooses where he goes. And Duffman has to find a way by. And Duffman at the moment just easing back off of that one to go on the attack. He knows what corners he's faster than the Flinch, and he's going to use that to his advantage. That's the word I was looking for. Oban at the moment still knows that pressure. He's got Danny LaRusso did an 18.5 last time around, and Oban only a 19.0, and that gap is closing in. Flinch at the moment still in that 3rd place, and Duffman, this is where he's a bit faster in it. When we get to the corners, Duffman closes in nicely on the Flinch. Flinch kicking up a bit of dust as Duffman tries to close in. Oban closing in on this race rather rapidly. And yeah, Duffman, he doesn't want to hang around because Amtrak he's bolted, ladies and gentlemen. Amtrak is there with the Alpha, and I don't know how their race is going. Very close, very tight. Amtrak getting the fastest lap of the race. Matteo 17.2, 17.1. Unbelievable. Nothing betwixt the two of them. The Porsche and the Alpha going head to head, ladies and gentlemen. Amtrak mowing the lawn in the final corner, loses a lot of ground to Matteo, and Matteo gets a little bit of respite. for a lap or two before Amtrak brings the noise again. Flinch still holding off the Duffman. Duffman does not have any answers for the Ferrari driver. The Ferrari driver has the measure of the man and is doing an amazing job. And every corner, my heart just sinks a little where I just believe Flinch may push too hard. But at the moment, Flinch driving with precision and doing an absolutely fabulous job at the moment. The Duffman trying to crack the egg and not being able to get to his yoke at the moment. Oh, again, Flinch's entry into corners has me a bit wary. And again, he goes a little wide, and this has given Duffman half an inch. Can he take a mile? It's around the outside if he does. And the Duffman looks like he has made the move. And Flinch, though, Duffman now mowing some lawn. And it's neck and neck, but the Duffman just about gets his nose ahead. And the Flinch down and into fourth place. But the Flinch coming back strong. Coming back strong against the McShady driver. But he has to brake heavy there, and Duffman drives very defensive on the apexes, and Flinch there may have a chance if he can get through the chicane rather tidily, which he does. But I mean, the Duffman has already dipped, ladies and gentlemen. Amtrak still trying to crack the nut. That is Alfa Romeo Matteo. Smoke me a kipper, I'll be back for breakfast. And that is actually true in this race, ladies and gentlemen. He has absolutely bolted, and Amtrak has thrown everything he's got at him, and he's unable to, he's caught him, he's just not been able to get by him. Duffman then is your podium sitter at the moment ahead of the Flinch. Danny LaRusso has got past Oban, and Pigsy is trying to close back in this race after his early demise, with Roods having a it was no choice of his really. It was just the car decided to re-enter the track right where Amtrak and Pigsy was. And Amtrak got away with it, but Pigsy just did not. Kilroy in ninth. He feels him and Buggy had a coming together. I didn't quite see the coming together, but Kilroy backed off. But he has finally gone past Buggy, who's just bringing it on home here. I think he fancies pole for race 2. So at the moment, Matteo holding on to that lead. We're 10 minutes in. And Vodka Rob in the chat saying, hello, hello, hello. I was just pissing by your window and I thought I'd poop in. So Matteo leading the way. Amtrak trying his hardest to catch up, but has the horse bolted, ladies and gentlemen, because Amtrak, just after that small mistake, doesn't seem to be able to close in. They're matching each other on lap times. Duffman 17.8. It's not likely he's going to catch them pair up unless they have themselves off in a absolute dice and slice kind of race. But at the moment, Amtrak unable to close back up to the Alfa Romeo. Duffman at the moment in third place with the Flinch, still not out of this one. Oh, look who's just turned up in his Honda, and it's all about the tyres on the Honda, ladies and gentlemen. Whilst others are feeling the tyre wear, Daniel Son is waxed on and waxed off with those tyres, and is having no issue whatsoever as he moves on up past the Ferrari. And Flinch, I don't think there was anything. Well, Flinch's tyres aren't that bad, you know. Who had the bad tyres then? I thought someone was bearing them. Amtrak, I suppose, he's burning them, but they're still pretty fresh. He can still do fast laps on them. So Danny LaRusso's just on an absolute sling at the moment. And that was a pretty bad lap from Flinch, though. 2 seconds off his best. Well, 1.5 seconds off his best. And that's helped Danny up into 4th. Flinch then in 5th. Oban being caught by Pigsy. Pigsy wanting to get something more out of this race as he sees his championship contender up there in 2nd place. So Pigsy driving for all the points he can get before the end of the championship, and there she goes. She's kicked off again, ladies and gentlemen. You knew it was going to happen at some point. Bloody Sheila, or whichever one he's got. What a drama queen she is. Look at her. Always causing something. And Rude's then able to get up and into 7th place. It's not even like a surprise anymore. I don't get excited about it. It's just an expectation, isn't it? The Ferraris will go off at some point in the race. More Caroline, that's that one. That one's Sweet Caroline. Sweet Caroline. You've got anything to say, Elvis?
Oh, Caroline. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah. So Pigsy then, 8th place. You don't usually sing that one, do you, Elvis? You didn't do very well with that.
I wasn't expecting that. I thought of songs, but I didn't think about that.
That's what I thought. So Pigsy in 8th place, losing to the Kilroy as the car, the Ferrari, decided not to go around the corner. Kilroy in 9th, ahead of Buggy. Them two had their own issues earlier in the race, and Buggy is kind of destroying one of his tyres. Pretty poor. Matteo leads with Amtrak unable to do anything about it. Matteo is absolutely flying today, and Amtrak, it looks like he's going to have to settle for second, but with his closest contender down in 8th place, I imagine he will take that. Duffman getting a podium. Remember, the man qualified in 8th place, ladies and gents, and yes, there has been issues in the race that's given him positions, but still, he's made enough overtakes to claim that podium all for his own and with the McShady's help. Daniel LaRusso, he still feels that podium's on, but we've only got 30 seconds left. He's got one more lap to do anything about the Duffman, and I don't believe that he can. I think Duffman's got this one covered off, but Daniel LaRusso racing up until the checkered flag and not yielding one bit. 18.4 from the Danny LaRusso last time around, 18.7 from the Duffman. A small mistake and it could go either way. Flinch is in the action, 17.8. That's what we need. Where were those lap times when Duffman was chasing him down? So the final lap is out, counter is out. Oban in 6th ahead of the Rudes. Kilroy's already finished as Buggy goes pole for race 2. Matteo bringing it on home. Ladies and gentlemen, Matteo, what an absolutely race. He didn't actually have to race anyone, did he? Rudes disappeared. Amtrak did close in on him. There was racing for a couple of laps for Matteo. He had to put some effort in. But overall, that one was a gift, wasn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Beautiful stuff from Ace Matteo. Superb win, and you take them as they come, and that one came quite easily. Amtrak in 2nd place, tried to make him work for it, but just couldn't make that decisive move. Duffman, great drive for Duffman from 8th up to a podium. Brilliant stuff from, it reminds me of a young George Russell. Daniel Russo in 4th place with Flinch in 5th. Oban bringing the... Whoa, I'm falling over things. Oban coming home in 6th. Great stuff. And Rudes in 7th. Rudes taking out a brake marker as he goes. And Pigsy grabs himself 8th place. What an absolute banger. Ladies and gentlemen, the Manufacturers' Cup round 7 at Goodwood. That's what she said. Has got off to a blinding start with Matteo, Ace Matteo, taking top. Second on the grid, Rudes saw a little bit of long grass in turn 3, or was it? And opted to go out and do a bit of mowing, whilst Matteo then took over the lead and never yielded it since. Amtrak came home in 2nd, which is glorious for his championship. Ladies and gentlemen, the points deficit grows from him and the Pigsy. Duffman claiming that podium. We worked for it, ladies and gentlemen. He put the effort in and he got himself 3rd off his own grit. Daniel Russo as well, another one coming through from 10th place up to 4th. A heroic drive, ladies and gentlemen, by the Honda driver. Flinch, unfortunately, losing out. Did have a dip in lap time, didn't he? He was a 120 and a 119. Without them, I reckon he may have still had that 3rd place. It's just that consistency on the lap times there cost him 2 positions, I think. I think 3rd had his name all over it, but a couple of small mistakes cost him down to 5th. But 5th place, great points for Flinch. He started in 7th, ladies and gents, so that's a bump up. He didn't lose 3rd, did he? He moved up from 7th. Let's try and be optimistic here. The glass is half full. It doesn't matter where it started. That's what I always say when people say, well, hey, thingamajig, what do you think about the philosophical question about the glass is half full or half empty? And then I say, where did it start? If it were empty and you just put half a cup of water in it, it's half full. If you filled it and I drank half of it, it's half empty. It depends on where it starts. Flinch in fifth. Oban in sixth. The Roods, pole sitter, finishing in seventh, with Pigsy in eighth, Kilroy in ninth, and the Buggy in 10th. She got you again, Pigsy, didn't she, eh? She got you again. What an itch. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, let us move on to race 2. In this race fest of a weekend that we're just about to have. Racing galore. And we've got to load it all up, ladies and gents. Have you got anything to say, Elvis? I daren't ask. I daren't ask after that last one.
Oh, thank you very much. Here's what I've been working on. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Yeah, you know what I mean? Stick to the rivers and the streams that you used to. All right, baby. You know you're gonna have it your way, laughing at all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Elvis. You are absolutely atrocious. Okay, then, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at the grid. For race 2, the Buggy is on the pole with Kilroy starting in second. Pigsy is starting on third spot. And if he can avoid those flying Corvettes across the track, I think he might get a good position here. Roods is behind him in fourth, with the Oban starting in fifth. Flinch starts in sixth. Daniel Russo starts in seventh. Duffman in eighth. Amtrak in ninth. And the Matt E.O. is starting in 10th place. So, Buggy, this has got to be good. But Bugsy Malone, Buggy, did not have a lot of pace in that first race. So, let's see if he's found a bit of pace since the first race to the race 2. So, Buggy then leads them away as Kilroy sets chase. Pigsy in third place as the Roods is in fourth. Oban fifth. Flinch is in sixth. They're coming up to that first corner. It's not a lot of braking. It's a little bit of a lift. Flinch saying, gonna knock on Goodwood. Yeah, baby. So, Buggy then in the lead with Kilroy in second. The Pigsy is in third place. Roods is in fourth. And Oban there in the Renault being chased by the Flinch. We've got an off. Oh, my word. The Roods barely clinging on to the track there. And that corner really is his nemesis, isn't it? My gosh, my good golly gosh, he does not like that corner, and Oban's got to wheel out. The Corvette comes back, they're both off the road. Oh, my word, Oban down to 8th place. Duffman comes through as Daniel Russo also made his way through, and Flinch as the Roods and Oban tumble over each other. The Roods maintaining ahead as Amtrak slips on through, and it is a cluster of bucks out there at the moment. Duffman in 8th place, chasing the Honda of Daniel Russo, and the Corvette out wide again, but he keeps it under control. And Amtrak in 8th as Oban 9th now, and Matteo maintains 10th place. But the Buggy has bolted, ladies and gentlemen. Kilroy under pressure. It's a Ferrari on Ferrari fight at the moment here between Kilroy and the Pigsy. Pigsy wants to earn a lot of points ahead of the Amtrak. Amtrak down into 8th, is in 8th at the moment, and Pigsy then up there in 3rd, looking to pick up some heavy big points. Can he do it? Flinch chasing him down. We've got a Ferrari 2, 3 and 4 here, ladies and gentlemen, with the Honda in 5th being chased by the Duffman. The Duffman later on the brakes, you can see that McShady just lurch forward should I say, on the Honda. And Duffman, he's very, very good in these racing scenarios. So Daniel's son, he better He better be on form, ladies and gentlemen. The Rudes and Amtrak still duke it out with Oban in the mix. And Rudes at the moment making that Corvette as wide as he possibly can, scrapping for every position and trying to avoid all those green bits. But he just can't seem to stay off them. And Amtrak there, concerned after the first race of the Corvette Bullet, and which way, well, no one knows, not even Rudes knows where the Corvette's going to go. It just flings. And it's like JFK's magic bullet. It's all over the place, changes direction. Duffman in 6th place with Daniel Russo now able to pull away somewhat. Flinch in 4th. Is he going slow or just going through a corner? He looks a little slow to me because Daniel LaRusso just caught him right up and has burned him up the inside. Is it over? No, it's the outside. And he's trying to maintain Daniel LaRusso around the outside of the Flinch. And there, the Duffman's trying to compound that pressure by getting in on the action too. But Flinch is saying, no way, Joe. And Duffman does fancy it though, having a look, notes, tucks back in, and now we've got a Honda Ferrari McShady sandwich, and Flinch then trying to defend from Duffman as Daniel LaRusso up to 4th, and he's pulling away from him now. He's pulling away from that battle, and he's going to hope Flinch gets his elbows out against the Duffman to give him some breathing room. Pigsy unable to deal with Kilroy. Kilroy on a par and doing an absolutely superb job as the buggy does his impression of Matteo from the last race in this race. Rudes in 7th with Amtrak falling back now. Matteo up ahead of the Oban and Matteo looking intently at the championship leader. This is fantastic stuff. Amtrak saying, hey Thingy, hey chat. Well, hello Amtrak, welcome to Thingy Fest 2025. And Flinch saying, hey mate. On board with 9th place Matteo, winner from race 1, as he closes in on the championship leader and pole sitter from race 1, the Rudes. Oban just behind us, and Buggy leads the way. Kilroy and Pigsy are in a very close battle. Well, everyone is. Look how close they all are. But yeah, Pigsy is giving Kilroy a lot to think about here. And we know these Ferraris are skittish in the corners. They've got to be very careful as Pigsy's Ferrari's starting to show signs. And Kilroy, though, doing his best to stay maintain ahead of this Ferrari, and Buggy isn't getting away. That's 17.8s he's pulling, 18.4 for Kilroy, 18.0 for Pigsy, and Daniel LaRusso 17.9. Then we've got Flinch, 18.5 for him last time around, and Duffman slipping back and into the Amtrak and Matteo battle as Rudes found it. Oh look, he's just got the blooming fastest lap as well, and someone else having an off as well. Oban, and Rudes having a knock on Oban. I don't know if he saw he was there. Were they together? No, Rudes just went off on his own, and then Oban thought that'd be a good idea, I'll do the same. No, Oban just one wheel, goes over this side and mows this side of the lawn as Rudes mows the other side, and then when they come back on the track, I don't think Rudes knows he's there. But bang, oops, sorry fella, I didn't even know you were there. And Oban back onto the green stuff. Beautiful car control. Oh, what an absolute arse, Kaz. You're evil, and your coders. There was no need to reset him, was there? He was on his way to the track. So Buggy then in the lead with Kilroy in 2nd, Pigsy in 3rd. This is looking very good for Kilroy at the moment. Pigsy just unable to deal with the Ferrari driver ahead of him in the same machinery. They're doing the same things. Daniel LaRusso in 4th place, 17.9. Pigsy in 18.0 last time we saw the times. And Buggy at the moment not bugged for the lead, and Kilroy 2nd ahead of the Pigsy. Pigsy, though, he looks like he is about ready to make a move on Kilroy, the fellow Ferrari driver, as they brake dab. It's just a dab, it's not even braking. Oh, Pigsy's gone wide, he's had to do a total lift. Oh, and she's gone. He did everything right, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely. Oh, and a reset. Arse. Kaz, you evil mofo. Kilroy then, all that pressure is off. He can just cruise this bad boy. Danny LaRusso moves up to 3rd place. Duffman in 4th. Worse than that, Jim. Amtrak is now up to 5th. Ahead of Matteo in 6th, Flinch in 7th, and Pigsy in his favourite spot, 8th. She's on form today, Pigsy, isn't she, man? You didn't do anything wrong. Nothing wrong. You controlled it. Yeah, you went wide. I mean, you went wrong. You made a mistake originally, but the way you handled it, it was fine. There was no need to reset. Kaz and Ace Coders are just evil. Oban in 9th with the Rudes down in 10th. He had that big off as well. And the Corvette absolutely fast as fudge around Goodwood. That's what she said. But it's temperamental in the corners. Buggy at the moment, absolute professional pro sim racing drive here from pole and unimpeded whatsoever to the flag. Still got a few minutes to go yet. Let's not count his chickens as they have not hatched. Kilroy in 2nd place with Daniel Sam in a podium, but Duffman, remember Duffman from race 1, he will be attacking soon. Amtrak as well in 5th with Matteo coming along for the fun. It's not even the 5th of November or the 4th of July, but ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna have fireworks before the end of this race. Look, Daniel LaRusso, Duffman, Amtrak and Matteo all fighting for the same piece of tarmac. Pigsy trying to close in and Flinch in 8th. Oban and the Rudes has gone in to either park it or fix it. One or the other. Beautiful drone camera action there, sir. Buggy leads the way. Kilroy, no one around them. It's this battle here. Danny, Duffman, Amtrak and the Matt EO, where we have to keep our gaze, ladies and gentlemen. This is the hot ticket fight on the agenda. It is Duffman, Danny, Amtrak and Matteo, and there we go. It looks like Duffman's making a move. Duffman's making a move on Danny LaRusso. Did Danny not get a good drive out of the chicane? It seems not, as the Duffman moves up and into 3rd place. Danny LaRusso trying to defend from the championship leader. Duffman's gone wide. Duffman's gone wide. The Honda's out of control. The Honda is out of control. My word. Amtrak comes through and it's Matteo. Matteo in the end comes up and into 3rd place. My good golly and a gosh on top of that. Duffman ran a bit wide. The Honda started squirreling like a nutcase. Matteo come through and it looked like Amtrak had to lift to avoid the Honda that was all over the show, and Amtrak then trying to get through and up against the Matty O. Ace has done it again, ladies and gentlemen, and Amtrak there fighting for every point as Daniel LaRusso slips down to 5th and Duffman in 6th. Oh my gosh, he only just got that podium away from Daniel LaRusso, and now he is paying hard prices for going wide. Amtrak in 4th, chasing down the Matty O. And it's still a cluster behind Matteo, Amtrak, Daniel LaRusso and the Duffman, and Duffman's not going to be sitting, he's not going to be settled with that. Oh my god, Matteo's going very slow. What? He didn't have a penalty, did he? That's not the penalty spot. So Matteo seems to have gone, what did he do? Nothing. Oh, he had a big off, ladies and gentlemen, and hit the barrier. There you go. So Matteo, oh bless him, after all of that, Lady Luck paid him and then she took it away. Gosh. So Matteo now with that damage, and I think they've got heavy damage on, so he's either got to decide to drive with that for the next 4 minutes or go in the pits and fix it like we saw Rudes do. And the Rudes now way out of contention with Oban in the 9th. Them two had that big nasty off. Flinch in 8th place with the Pigsy closing in on the action. Matteo with that damage, he's not going to be able to shake off the car. He's going to be feeling like a piece of dog schnizzle. And yeah, Pigsy is up for the fight, ladies and gentlemen. The Ferrari coming upon the Alfa Romeo, a bitter old rivalry from years ago, is coming back to the forefront. I think actually Ferrari own Alfa now, but they used to be rivals. Duffman, Daniel LaRusso and Amtrak still having the fight, ladies and gentlemen. And Daniel Russo at the moment is the filling in this sandwich, as Amtrak just ahead and the Duffman just behind as they make their way through the chicane that we saw taking Matteo out so painfully. Kilroy doing a super job in second place, and Buggy has this one all tied up with a tidy little ribbon. I think 3 minutes still on the clock, but let us not say it's all in the bag, but it does feel like it's in the bag. Daniel Russo, Amtrak pulling away a little bit in the push from the Honda, and Duffman still remembering when he was in the podium position for at least 30 seconds. Not even that, I don't think. So Duffman, oh, Danny's having a mow, and he's going for the barrier. And Daniel Russo, this track is an unforgiving track, ladies and gentlemen. You slip one wheel, it's like the English version. For your Americans, it's the English version of Willow Springs. Doesn't seem like the corners are that bad until you put a wheel off, and then you get sucked off. Get sucked off in every corner. It's amazing. Like Russian ladies in Spanish roundabouts. Is that still a thing? Daniel Russo then in 7th place. He's been sucked off. Flinch in 8th, with Oban in 9th and the Rudes in 10th. RC Buggy, faultless drive, absolutely on fire. Razorback saying, hi thingy, hi chat. Vodka Rob saying, pardon the pun. Oh, what they no pun intended. They're getting sucked off for real. Buggy there is in 1st, Kilroy in 2nd, Amtrak in 3rd, championship leader rising to the top. Duffman in 4th, Matteo in 5th, Pigsy in 6th. Poor old Danny being caught by the Flinch. The Flinch looking for 7th place in this race. Oban in 9th and the Rudes in 10th. The Rudes having one of the unluckiest Goodwood, that's what she said, events. And the Buggy leading the way. Kilroy unhindered. So the battle here, Duffman and Matteo going for the move. Matteo, absolute like a whippet, has made that move on the McShady, and what a beautiful one. They're still side by side, but I just think Matthew's got that inside line. Pigsy in the action as well, side by side all the way around, and Matteo then just edges it on the Duffman, and Pigsy there in the peripheral view of these guys trying to get a claim on the position. Matteo up to 4th, Amtrak in 3rd, Kilroy in 2nd. These guys are doing super up there, and Pigsy now is the next one, wants to go on the attack against the McShady. Why is the McShady dropped off on this final few laps? 10 seconds on the clock, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not over yet. Duffman having to do a little bit of defensive driving against the Ferrari. Now then, I don't know who's coming to, he's just gone over this one. Rudes is going to cross the line first, ladies and gentlemen. Is that the line? No, that's not the line. Where is the bloody line? I think I'd know where the track was, wouldn't you? This is the line. There you go. It's Oban, sorry, that's crossing the line first. They're in 9th place. And we've got the Rudes coming through the chicane. And he crosses the line in 10th. And the controller's flat already. And then we've got the Buggy coming through, ladies and gentlemen. The Bugs absolutely unhindered throughout that race. And yes, takes the win. Kilroy in 2nd. It looked like Matteo and Amtrak changed around there. So I'll have a quick flick back. No, nothing there. Matteo wasn't there close enough. Duffman was coming in. Duffman and Pigsy were having a bit of a race there. Oh, side-by-side action from Pigsy as Duffy crosses the line. It was that, Pigsy. Oh, and he's pulled over to let the Duffman back through again. That was that action. Kilroy gets 2nd. 3rd for Amtrak. A great podium for Amtrak. Matteo comes home in 4th place as Duffman and Pigsy decide who finishes where in the chicane. In 5th place, Pigsy in 6th. Daniel Russo brings it home 7th as the Flinch goes wild in the final corner and comes home in 8th place. Right, we've got to do a controller changeover. These controllers, I mean, I've got to buy a new controller. The batteries are just not lasting.
I'm still here.
I just don't know if you can hear me because I've unplugged my controller. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a race. What a race indeed. Unbelievable stuff. So Buggy gets the win with Kilroy in second, Amtrak in third, Matteo in fourth, Duffman in fifth, Pigsy in sixth, Daniel Russo comes home in seventh, the Flinch gets himself eighth as Oban ninth, and the Rudes not having the best of luck here at Goodwood. That's what she said. Round 7 for the Manufacturers' Cup. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll get us out here and we'll get into the third race. I don't ask. Is there anything you've got? Is there?
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me along here. I've been having a wonderful time with you guys. It's been a great time. Thank you very much. Yeah, here's a little ditty. Are you ready for this? Okay. All right.
Go on, then.
She got that it seems to me, reminds me, and everything was as fresh as a bright blue sky. No new your face takes me away to that special place, and if I stare too long, I'll probably get out and cry. Oh, sweet child of mine, Priscilla. Oh, sweet love of mine.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for a wonderful audience. Thank you very much.
Okay. That's just enough of that shenanigans. We're not doing photos. We're all of it other. So we're going into race 3, ladies and gentlemen, of this first opening act of Thingy Fest, 2025. And hey, look, Rudes is at the front again. We've come around. We've gone full circle, ladies and gentlemen. He started at the front, and now we are ending it with the Rudes at the front. He gets to make amends. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rudes. Hold my beer, because the Rudes is going to show us it was all for this. It's all been building to this. So, Flint saying, great drive by Kilroy there. He did an amazing job. It will take a while to pay off the future shrink sessions after these races at Goodwood. Yeah, Flint, it's a tough track. It really is. It's the Willow Springs of the UK. Amtrak saying, lol, Kilroy was on fire. Buggy was just the class of the field. He was cracking. Vodkrov saying, hey up, the sun is shining. Don't send it for cover. Hey, it's not me. I've got a guest. And Roy saying, just lucky to stay out of the battle going in behind. Great stuff. Hey, you're saying my singing's bad, Elvis, and it's you, innit?
Well, yeah, it's me. Thank you very much. Hey.
See? Right then. Enough shenanigans. We've got the last race to do. Rudes is on pole. Oban in second. Flinch is in third. The LaRusso is in fourth. Pigsy in fifth. Duffman starting in sixth. Matteo in seventh. Amtrak in eighth. Kilroy in ninth. The Buggy is in 10th. Come on, Rudes. I believe in you, man. This is the one. The Rudes then leads them away. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Prepare your ladies for the Rudes. For they will have to, after the win, line up and give him a kiss. All the way down to the hinge. So the Rudes then leads them away to the Oban in second and the Flinch in third place. We know the Flinch has pace here, but the Ferrari has issues. LaRusso in the Honda usually coming good later in the race, but at the moment he is being harassed and harung by Pigsy in the Ferrari. Then we have Duffman, look, oh, she's started already. My good golly and gosh. You cannot take her anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. She's just a complete nightmare. She just didn't even want to get into the first lap, did she? Oh, Pigsy. Oh, Pigsy. Oh, Pigsy. Poor Pigsy. There's nothing you can say, is there, ladies and gentlemen? Really, it's just blink twice if you need me to call some services for you. Rudes then making amends, ladies and gentlemen, out there at the front, and he will not be shooken. Flinch moves up to second ahead of the O.Ban as the Duffman is coming in to lay claim of the pack. Matteo in 5th place. And Roy Quinn saying Britain's got talent. Not this one, I'm afraid. So Matteo then, and he's got a whole host of cars behind Kilroy. He's got the taste now, ladies and gentlemen. He has the taste of the top 3, and he is going to be gunning all the way to get more of that action. Buggy behind him after that win. He's going to be on a hype as well. Amtrak in 7th. Pigsy has gone in. That's it. Oh no, he's gone to fix something maybe. Danny LaRusso in the Honda in 9th place. Then we got the Roots. The Roots is out there in the lead. Come on, Roots. Come on, you son of a gun. You can do this. You can do this, my friends. Flinch just behind him. Flinch putting the pressure on the Corvette as the Roots tries to cling on to this lead. And O.Ban there in the Renault. We haven't seen much from the Renault so far this weekend. So maybe O.Ban going out with a bang in this first act. Duffman in 4th. Kilroy is up to 5th now, ahead of the championship leader Amtrak. Matteo in 7th. The Buggy 8th. Daniel LaRusso 9th. And Pigsy out of the pits, and he's just doing it for fun now, ladies and gentlemen. Just chasing his tail. And the Roots still leads, which is amazing. 1 lap down. No, 3 laps. Jesus, we've done 3 laps already. We've only, what's the lap times? 1:18s, yeah, I suppose. No, we're on the 3rd lap. We've done 2 laps, sorry. Whoa. Let me lick this window beside me. Oh, what a day. So O.Ban then trying to close in with the Duffman in 4th. And the Duffman looking seriously, intently at those top 4 there. And I think he feels he can beat every single one of them. And it's down to them to prove him wrong, ladies and gentlemen. At the moment, the Roots doing a superb job under immense pressure. Him and his Ostrich leading the way. Oh, every corner makes me nervous, but he is in control, ladies and gentlemen. And do not doubt him for a second. The Flinch now under pressure. He's caught up the O.Ban. The O.Ban must have made him a small mistake. Looks like he had to lift. And the Flinch has come through. Up and into second, and now the threat is real. Or is it? Was the Flinch already in second? No, it's O.Ban, I think, that's got up the Flinch. And Duffman. So the Flinch must have made a small mistake there. Well, I don't know. I'm sure O.Ban was in 3rd. So the Flinch may have made a mistake. And Duffman, O.Ban, they all look like they want to punish him. And wow, the Renault closed right up on the Ferrari there down the straight. And Flinch then trying to make the Ferrari sing like it once did. And Goodwood, a tricky track to navigate the Ferrari around the outside there. And O.Ban trying to get one up the inside of the Flinch. And is he going to do it under braking? He does. Sorry, I flicked down to him and he'd already gone ahead. So there you go. Beautiful stuff from the O.Ban. Back up and into 2nd place ahead of the Ferrari driver of Flinch. Top Ferrari driver, Flinch. He's become... Oh, Flinch has done a wrong direction there. His sat-nav sent him the wrong way. And now Duffman moves up into 3rd and Amtrak into 4th. Kilroy 5th. Matteo 6th. Buggy in 7th. And Flinch returns back to his original course in 8th place. Daniel LaRusso in 9th with the Pigsy chasing his tail. Oinky, oinky, oinky there at the back. The Roots, ladies and gentlemen, is leading the race, and O.Ban having a battle with the Duffman and giving Roots a little bit of space and time to deal with this situation. We're 1/3 into the race. The Roots still leads as O.Ban tries to be the fly in Duffman's ointment. And Duffman absolutely gunning it this round. He's been absolutely flying. Top Brits, one would say. He didn't get the win, but man alive, he's been racy. I mean, Matteo and Buggy have got the wins, so they're top Brits, I suppose. And the Roots, then Duffman goes through. Duffman goes through against the O.Ban. And is that enough time for the Roots? Does he have enough time? Because you know Duffman is going to be slinging McShady's all the way to the checkered flag. We're at 6 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 9 minutes left of racing, and the Rood so far is leading handsomely. Duffman setting chase for an all-Brit win. Come on, we need a Yank to take the win. We can't have that shenanigans. We can't have all British winners on a British track. Come on. Represent yourselves, our ex-colony, our old colony. So the Roods then representing, it seems. Duffman setting chase with Oban in third, Amtrak in fourth, Kilroy in fifth. The buggy is sixth with Matteo in seventh, Flinch in eighth, Danny LaRusso in ninth. And Pigsy, he's got the fastest lap, so I don't know if they give points out for that. You'd think I know the rules a lot better. But in all fairness to me, I cover a lot of different leagues with a lot of rules. So the more basic the rule, the better. The Roods at the moment, I've just done a little prayer for him. Just in case. Is it St. Christopher? He's the walking, he's the travelling saint, isn't he? So the Roods at the moment doing it for the Americans. Duffman setting chase. 7.5 minutes into this race, we've got Oban under a lot of pressure now from the championship leader of Amtrak in his Porsche, looking to get a move done on the Renault. The Renault representing nicely in this one. It's not had a great round so far, has the Renault, but Oban getting on top of it by race 3 and doing a good race on her. I mean, there has been a few offs. Not this race, but I mean this round. It's been a tricky track, one may say. And Amtrak then in fourth. Kilroy in fifth. Kilroy podium from last race, doing very good. Closing in on the championship leader. Just doing his fastest lap of the race. He's got a race winner behind him, Buggy, also doing 17.5s, and Matteo with a half a second penalty and some damage. And gents, some damage for the Matteo. Might put Pigsy back into play here. Pigsy is 16.9. Have we seen anything under a 60, under a 17? I'm not sure, but that's very fast from Pigsy. Oh, Duffman, you sod. Oh, it happened a while ago. Here we go. 30 seconds we'll give it. So, yeah, the Roods. I think this is when we last saw them. The Roods. Oh, Rudy. Oh, my good golly gosh. He's still in the lead, but he's lost a lot of momentum there. And the Duffman, it's like taking candy from a baby. And the Duffman there on course to take the win. Maybe. Rude slipping down into second place, with Oban looming large in his mirrors. The Carlsberg Renault is on its way, ladies and gents. And Rude's now, he's going to have to get his elbows out if he wants to hold on to this second place. Adam in the chat saying, hi Thingy, hi chat. Had I known that I'd been watching this rather than Spa 24. Oh, I'm sorry, man. And Adam saying notifications aren't working for me. Sodom. It's YouTube. It's a conspiracy. They're trying to cancel me because I say semi-edgy things that you can get away with, so they're not that edgy. I declared war on Greece last night, so there you go. That's edgy. Oh, Rudes, when it goes wrong, it goes all wrong. And Oban then moving up and into second place, with Amtrak in third, Kilroy now in fourth, Buggy in fifth, and the Rudes, it's Rudes, where are you? You parked up? No. Rudes in sixth, with Matteo all up and about his busyness. That's Matteo driving with damage though, so hopefully... Oh, Rudes has got damage as well. Unbelievable, Jeff. Unbelievable. And the Buggy in fifth, with Kilroy is fourth at the moment, and it's Duffman. Duffman, as we're coming up to the 10-minute mark, looks like he has got this one under wraps. He's got it locked down. And Edward saying greetings from the other side of the pond from Candu. Well, hello, Candu. Hope you are rather well. You've got all sorts of interesting drama over there at the moment. I keep seeing, I don't know why, I don't even know why it comes up on my TikTok algorithm. I'm literally there just to look at girls dancing and trying to push their OF channel. That is primarily what I want my algorithm to be. I want to flick through either funny Yeti AI stuff, or Clarkson's Farms made into babies AI stuff, or women trying to entice you onto their OnlyFans page. Why the hell am I getting all these videos of ICE grabbing poor... Someone was on their fag break, for God's sakes, at work and got yanked into the back of a van, and I was just like, wow, wowzers, that's spooky. But, you know, so good luck. And Amtrak now closing in. Amtrak is closing in on the Duffman. And then anyway, it's only what they want. It's an agenda, innit? I always see it. Everything's an agenda. Everyone's got an agenda. Everyone wants you to know something for their own good. So I say ignore all of it. It'll go away eventually. That's like I do with my posts. Inland who? Revenue? Don't know them. I'm not opening it. Adam in the chat saying hi, Edward. It's good to hear from you, Adam. I was thinking of you the other day. I was like, I haven't seen Adam in the chat for a while. So yeah, it's good to see you arrive. We're doing a we're doing a stream fest this weekend. It's Thingy Fest 2025, a festival of racing. Because I did a lot of work last week. I had to work late a lot, and I haven't done streams for a while. So I have got a whole host of streams ready to be unleashed on the world. So I'm going to try and knock them all out in the next 2 days and call it a festival. Make it a theme. We had Elvis earlier, but I think he's upset everyone, so I've put him away. Amtrak then, he was making some good points, I think. Amtrak in second, closing in on the Duffman. We are 12 minutes into this race, and the battle for the lead is pretty hot. Kilroy back up into the podiums. Oban moving down. Buggy up into fifth. Matteo sixth. Daniel Russo's moved up ahead of the Flinch. And Rudes, the Rudes, he really has destroyed that car now. He has got something against the Corvette, ladies and gentlemen, and he has absolutely slung that one. And that's good for the Pigsy, though. Pigsy has picked up a position. A position that makes it all the more important as his closest contender in the championship, whom is the championship leader. When we started this round, Pigsy was second in the championship, 4 points behind Amtrak, and twice as Amtrak finished in the podium, as Pigsy has languished in the lower ranks of the order. And through Ferrari issues, wow, did that the Rudes killing? He really wants to kill that car, doesn't he? Come on, Rudes. Let's calm down. Let's take a deep breath and have a think. Oh, he's left. Okay. So, Duffman, he's calming down away from the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. Duffman then leads the way with Amtrak in second and Kilroy on a second podium. Kilroy absolutely loving the Goodwood. That's what she said. Racetrack, it seems. And Rudy saying, one of these days I'll bring one home for you, Thingy. Oh man, I will absolutely explode. I promise you on that day. Kilroy giving Amtrak, the championship leader, something to think about. Ladies and gentlemen, Kilroy, he is blooming here at Goodwood. Adam saying, this is why I love your chat so much. Kelly Plan, etc. Thingy, totally off the wall. Looking forward to 2 days of streams. Thank you, sir. Flinch, feel for you, Rudes, as your pace was fire. Just pure bad luck, mate. And Adam saying, oh, Rudes, this one just wasn't yours, was it? He never had it, did he? He had pole. He had pole, and he can take that away from this one. So Duffman leads, Amtrak on the hunt, and it looks like he has pulled away from the Kilroy now. Oban in fourth place. Oban representing Renault, very good in this third and final race. He's had his dramas with the Renault throwing itself at the scenery, and it looks like he's going to land this one best of the rest for fourth. And Buggy there, good points in fifth, but Buggy wants more. 30 seconds left on the clock as they travel into their final lap, and Buggy goes faster than he's gone before in the race. 17-2, Oban 18-7. It's not over yet, ladies. Oh no! And Buggy there, he's decided they've already mowed that. I'm sure there's about 3 drivers have already mowed that bit of grass, so it must be one of the quickest growing bits of grass in the whole of England, the Kingdom of England. And because we've had every racing driver try and mow that bit of lawn. Matteo there in 6th place with Danny Russo in 7th, the Flinch in 8th, and Pigsy in 9th. Pigsy going very slow. He's waiting for the timer, possibly. Timer's already gone. Maybe he's already finished. No, he hasn't. He ain't got the checkered flag next to his name. So Duffman leads this race. Ladies and gentlemen, what an absolute banger for the Duffman. And hasn't put a foot wrong. Absolutely all round. Has had his elbows out. He has been racy as hell with everyone he's come up against. And he is doing a superb job. Fantastic stuff from the Duffman, and 3 different winners, all UK based. Not to bring patriotism into the game. Amtrak in second, and Kilroy another podium. Great stuff from Kilroy. Oban fourth, best of the rest, with Buggy coming home in fifth and Matteo in sixth. Danny LaRusso comes home in seventh spot with the flinch just ahead of Pigsy. Well, he must have slowed down to let him past or something, I'm not sure. And the flinch there, he's bringing it home. It's a ghosted, isn't it, with the hazards on? And flinch then, bringing it in 8th place. Not the final race he was looking for in this, but it's what you get as flinch gets 8th. Boom. And Pigsy in 9th. What a shame for the Pigsy. She just was not behaving today. Duffman, congrats. You are better picture than that, surely. No, that's it. And I can't zoom in when it's not playing. So Duffman then, ladies, getting that win, and he's been fighting for that win for the last 2 rounds, last 2 races of this round. Absolutely chasing it. Fantastic stuff for Duffman in the end, paying off everything that he's done in the first 2 races and gets himself the win. Amtrak, great championship for him, on the podium at least twice, I think. And yeah, great stuff for Amtrak. None of his competitors anywhere near him. Kilroy, 2 podiums is that? Shocking stuff. Beautiful racing from the Kilroy. Oban in 4th, Buggy in 5th, Matteo in 6th. Can't even see him. That's not Russo. Oh, God. Daniel Russo in 7th, Flinch in 8th, and the Pigsy comes home in 9th. There you go. We finally get a good picture of the Duffman. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at the Thingamajig Racing channel for the beginning of what will be 2 days of nothing but pure racing. I've got tyre shredders to bring you, Tyre Shredders Racing. I've got Virtual Racers Club, Ultimate Racing League, the Ultimate Racing League, just to name a few. And we're still trying to get some technical hitches on the mini trucks. We want to get the mini trucks involved. And we've got Elvis as well, but I don't think you lot have enjoyed him, so I'm not sure. In the chat then, we've got Flynn saying team player. Well, hang on a minute. We've got loads of chat. I've got to catch up. Flinch saying, feel for your ruse. Got that one. Rudy, I stuck it in the chicane and could not get it out of the way before the leader came. I didn't want to ruin Duffman's race. Okay, fair enough. Edward saying, I think Rudes loves the vet. The vet hates him. I have a feeling he won't be picking the vet next season. Possibly not. Flinch saying team player. I think that's about Pigsy. Adam saying, big up the sportsmanship, Rudy. Edward saying, the group got schooled by the Duffman. Yes, there you go. And Edward also saying, great racing. Flinch saying, great drive by Duffman in the Slim Shady. Congrats. And Edward saying, fabulous commentary as always. Thinking, would you go, well, bless you, thank you. Flinch saying, stellar commentary is standard. Vodkrop saying, cheers, Thingy. Adam saying, awesome commentary as ever, matey. Loving it and looking forward to the rest. Cheers again, matey. Amtrak saying, great stuff, Thingy, as always. And Razorback saying, thanks, Thingy, great commentary. I can't keep reading out compliments for myself. Don't do it, guys. I'm really ropey. I'm unprofessional and I'm daft. None of these things should be everything that I do in the streams, you know, they say you shouldn't feed ill behavior, bad behavior. You shouldn't, you know, get people to do more of it. And you guys egg me on. It's all your fault, you know that. Great stuff, Thingy. Thank you, says Roy. Thank you, guys. Thanks for tuning in. It's all about you guys in the chat. You make it exciting. The guys on the track make it absolutely amazing. And everyone who runs Nifty, I mean, we don't even see Nifty in this. He's in a different league. But Nifty, the head honcho, the mob gangster over there at the O.T.H. Racing Globulus. Yeah, thanks to everyone. It's been super, and I'm looking forward to an absolute mega weekend. Let's have it. Tiru! Oh, hang on, Elvis. Anything more? Because you're not going to have another stream. This is your last stream. I don't think we're going to do this. We were going to do this throughout the whole weekend, but I don't think it's worked. So, anything?
Well, thank you very much. Well, I want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. And, yeah. When the lights out is less dangerous, here we are. I feel stupid and contagious, alright. Here we are now. Entertain us.
Thank you, Elvis. Thank you, everyone. Tiru, peace and love.
Peace and love. Yeah. Thank you very much. I would like to say thank you to Priscilla. And, yeah, I love you all. Thank you very much. Stay pretty.